Welcome back to the channel here. So, I was gonna put up the standings for the video I'm doing today, but it wouldn't let me. I don't have a face cam. So, what we're doing is this game here happened last night. It was the Edmonton Oilers versus the Dallas Stars. Huge game for Edmonton leading into this video. It's not just about Edmonton, it's about the whole Pacific Division, and the Oilers ultimately came up on top 2-1 versus Dallas last night, which sparked me to do an interest in this video. So, looking at the standings while this is in the background, the reason I'm doing this video is you look from teams 1 to 4. They are separated by 2 points. That's a playoff spot right there. I know we're only in December, mid-December, but to have a 2-point difference between 4 teams, that fourth team might not make the playoffs depending on how the Central does. So this is huge. So we'll go through the standings starting with the bottom, which is the LA Kings. They're currently sitting at 31 points. I personally don't believe that they will make the playoffs this year. I think they'll be sellers before the deadline. There's been talks that they are willing to move key pieces, as in Tyler Toffoli or Dustin Brown. Their off limits are Anze Kopitar and Drew Downey. But they also did just make a move, putting forward Ilya Kovalchuk on waivers, which he cleared today, and he is now a free agent. So I was reading an article. The Kings have $11 million in cap space to players they're not even playing for them. That is Kovalchuk, Dion Phaneuf, and Mike Richards. Yes, they are still paying Mike Richards. So that's a huge blow to the team. How are you supposed to make a Stanley Cup run when you're paying 3 guys to not play on your team? It is ridiculous. Now, on the second last team here is the Ducks. And the Ducks haven't made a huge splash in games. They've been dominated, as in they seem to just get blown out every single night. Not much word from there. It has been a struggle for them since the start of the season, with Kessler and Eaves not playing this season. So that's a lot of salary cap room right there that you actually have to deal with. And I know it's on the long-term injured reserve, but it still counts a little bit to your salary cap. But those are, Kessler, for instance, is a huge name that brings down your team because he's a great centerman. As much as I hate it, he's a great centerman. Anyway, I haven't heard of any trade rumors out of there yet, and they're sitting at 32 points. Last but not final, the last California team, the Sharks. They started the season so badly that my buddy's actually a huge Sharks fan. He couldn't even watch the games. That's how bad they were playing. They have picked it up since. They're sitting third last there in sixth place with 34 points, 2 points behind the next team. And out of there, I'm hearing that they are willing to move some pieces, not named Burns or Couture. So I don't know what they will move, because half of their team's NHL superstars, or was superstars at the time, and the rest are just kind of, I don't know, depth players, I would say. So, but they need a goalie for sure. Their goals differential is minus 26. That's not going to get you to playoffs if your goal differential's minus 26. Anyway, so then we go to the 5th place team, the Canucks. They are sitting 36 points. They are 16, 14, and 4, so they're a positive team. They're plus 5 in goal differential. The only problem is with the Canucks, they cannot stay healthy. Like, everyone's going down with injuries. It's hard for them to stay healthy. And also, what are they going to do with Barchi? He did clear waivers. They didn't terminate his contract, so he's in the AHL right now. If your team was a cup contending, or a playoff contending team, would you go after him? I would say no, just for the simple fact his contract's outrageous. I think it's $4 million or 4 plus is what I read, I believe. So the Canucks need some work done. They just need to be healthy. I believe they can make a push for the wild card spot. I don't think they'll make a push for the top 3 in the Pacific. So now to my point here, 2 points between the 4th and the 1st. Sorry, my daughter's in the background there, screaming, talking away. She's only 18 months now. So anyway, back to the topic. The Calgary Flames are sitting in that 4th spot with 40 points. They were on a spiral downhill until the whole Bill Peters saga went on and their new intern coach came in, and they're 8-1-1 in their last 10 games. They still have a -9 goal differential. Don't get me wrong. They're 18, 13, and 4. They were 10, 12, and 3 before Peters before he left. He says he left, but I'm pretty sure he got terminated. But, we all have our opinions. Calgary's probably... I'm going to take Calgary to finish 3rd in the Pacific this year. I don't think the team above them can keep pace with how hot Calgary is right now. And that leads us to the Vegas Golden Knights here. And they are sitting 3rd in the Pacific with 41 points. They're 18, 13, and 5. Now, you could say, well, we haven't heard much about the Golden Knights. It's because the Golden Knights aren't, I wouldn't say a superstar team. They don't have the high-end superstars. If you listen to these points, I'll read you their top 5 goal scorers. Pacioretty, 15 goals, 19 assists for 34 points. Mark Stone, 12 goals, 18 assists for 30 points. William Karlsson, 10 goals, 18 for 28. Riley Smith, 13 and 13 for 26. And Jonathan Marchessault for 10 and 14 for 24 points. Okay, yeah, you could say to me, oh, that's not a points per game because they all played 36. Yes, but it's not a matter of points per game. It's that depth scoring. They have, let me count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys in double digits or more in points in 36 games. That's a lot if you look at other teams that are above them or in different conferences. They have the depth scoring. And that's what a playoff team needs, is depth scoring. Even their tough guy, Ryan Reeves, has 6 points. Go for it. Their defense is even contributing. Like Shea Theodore, 3 goals, 14 assists, 17 points. Nick Smith has 13 points. Like, that is the reason you're not hearing huge things about them, is because they are a depth scoring team. Anyway, now let's get to the tie for first place. So, the tie is between Arizona and the Edmonton Oilers. They have Edmonton slated second on here because they do have 1 game in hand, or 1 game more played. So in second place here is the Edmonton Oilers. They are 19, 13, and 4. This goes back to me saying about depth scoring. The Oilers have a little bit, but not as much as the Golden Knights or the Coyotes. And I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't know how far they will with no depth scoring. With the whole Taylor Hall going to Edmonton saga finally over, they are going to need to look for another secondary scorer for that Nugent Hopkins line And I believe Tyler Toffoli might actually be the one Holland's going after. I read that that was his plan B if he couldn't get Taylor Hall. So he did try. He's told reporters he did try to get Taylor Hall. But now you got to go to plan B. Who's that guy that won't cost you an arm and a leg to get and are willing to take a guy like Sam Gagner or Brandon Manning to even out the salary cap if they decide to take Jesse Puljujarvi? So, looking at Edmonton, they're 3-6-1 in their last 10. They're only a -2 goal differential. But like I said, they are a power play team. They're the best power play, best penalty kill team in the league. They're 1-1. So their power play's been helping them win games. But their other thing is their first line. And by first line, I mean before they put Nygaard up there with McDavid. Draisaitl, Kassian, McDavid. And of course, is this any surprise that McDavid's leading the league in scoring? No. The guy is sensational. He is one of the best players in the game. Yeah, there's all you Crosby guys that, oh, Crosby's better. Yes. But a lot of people are comparing McDavid's winning, so the Stanley Cup and that, to Ovechkin. Look, Ovechkin was 32 when he won his first Stanley Cup. He stayed with Washington because he wanted to win there. And I believe McDavid's going to do the same thing. I believe in this team. He's going to want to stay. So McDavid has 59 points this year, 20 goals, 39 assists. Okay, so then you go to Draisaitl. He has 21 goals, 36 assists for 57 points. Well, there you go. And then the underrated, I don't know why they didn't do this 3 years ago when they had Zach Kassian still. Zach Kassian, 12 goals, 11 assists, 23 points. Yes, it's only 23 points, but he's a +8. Also, they had all these power play minutes, Draisaitl and McDavid, to score points. So they probably have a bunch of power play points that Kassian's not out there for. But 5-on-5, Kassian is one of the best players for Edmonton. That's a guy they traded Ben Scrivens for, and where's Scrivens now? Across seas, retired, one of the two, who knows? Anyway, so the Edmonton Oilers are sitting second due to games played in the Pacific Division. Now, tied with them, like I said before, is the Arizona Coyotes. They are 5-4-1 in their last 10. They don't score much, but they don't give up a lot of goals. They have 97 goals for, 84 against. Those 84 against, they're the best in the Pacific for a difference of 13. Now, going back, Taylor Hall's going to Arizona. Or he is a Coyote now. They went out and got someone that can score. And are arguably probably the best left winger you're going to probably get out of the free agent or trading this year. I think Taylor Hall's a huge pickup for them. But how's he going to play with all those guys? That's the question. Are they skilled enough to play with Taylor Hall? Is Taylor Hall's coming in with the mental note that, oh great, I got to play here? I don't think so. Taylor Hall is a RFA this year, or a free agent this year. When he got traded from Edmonton to New Jersey, sorry, I just noticed that wasn't playing in the background. When he got traded to New Jersey, he didn't want to be there. He said he liked it, but there were reports he didn't want to be there, and then he didn't want to. So I think this trade going to Arizona, he's more of a, well, this is my final year. I get to only play the next 4, 5, 6 months here. We'll try to make the playoffs. Whoop-de-doo. If we don't, I could sign somewhere else. Another reason that the Arizona Coyotes are doing so good is Darcy Kemper. I'll tell you his stats and I'll tell you how much he's making. He's played 23 games. He has 14 wins, 7 losses, 2 overtime losses. His goals against is less than 2. It's at 1.97. His save percentage is at .935. That's incredible. And he's only making $1.5 million. He's doing better than Matt Murray. He's doing better than Connor Hellebuck. Like, all these good goalies making all this money, and he's just here taking all the glory for $1.5 million. But how long will this goalie tandem of him and Ranta last? That is the problem. I don't think that Kemper can keep going like this. I really don't. Anyway, so my predictions for the Pacific Division is I'm going to have Arizona first, just because the Taylor Hall trade, they got more scoring. I'm going to have the Oilers second. That's not just because I'm an Oilers fan. That's just watching how they're playing this year. I'm going to have the Flames third, Golden Knights fourth, Canucks fifth. That is my prediction. I don't think the Canucks are going to get in. I think the Golden Knights will get that final wild card spot and play whoever finishes first, probably the St. Louis Blues, because the Central's stacked at the top right now. But anyway, that's my video today on the standings for the Pacific Division, on how close it can and what each game means for those teams in the top 4. You go on a 5-game losing streak, goodbye chances of making top 3. Alright, and that's my video. I hope you enjoy, and there will be another video in the description for my buddy. If you're an Oilers fan, Dolan TV, his video will be posted in there. Have a good one.